this is going to be a really boring week in the markets. So I want to make a quick video going over my market outlook for the week of October 13th. So there's a couple things that I wanted to go over. The first being last week's news, being the inflation expectations and the consumer sentiment. So these obviously came in slightly more positive, but I wanted to base some of my trades off this data itself. But we had a massive market crash, I'm sure everybody's aware of, on Friday. Indices crashed, gold started ripping to the upside. So that does drive a lot of uncertainty right now. There's a lot of deeper concerns for me in the market rather than just seeing a sell-off and recovery. So it is going to make me a little bit more careful with any trades that I want to take this week. Personally, I do see going forward that the data alone isn't going to trigger, I wouldn't say, a future huge sell-off. I think personally this week we're going to see a rebound of the indices, as you can already see coming into New York session on Monday. I'm actually in Europe right now, so I'm way ahead time zone wise. So you can already see this bit of recovery. I don't think Trump likes to have the markets down for very long either, so there should be a good rebound this week. I think gold will probably have a short-term bounce or trade sideways with some consolidation after this crash as well. So I'm pretty tame on my positions this week. I'm risking very low this week as well, just because I do want to see the market give me more conviction before taking any trades. I really don't see how anyone is taking a trade based off something like this and then seeing barely any market structure. Obviously, coming into this week, we only have a little bit of news that is still very tentative on Thursday. We're still in a government shutdown. We have a couple red folders this week that I will be paying close attention to. Obviously, PPI being the biggest one. Powell is speaking on Tuesday as well. So there is a lot more catalyst that I do want to use before I actually start taking a trade this week. But overall, in terms of market outlook, here's gold. Gold's going for a little bit of rip compared to the NASDAQ, taking a drop. Obviously, they're pretty much inverse of each other. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any biases already for the week. I think it's still pretty early to tell. Like I said, I do foresee a short-term bounce, a little bit of indices recovering, and then maybe some sideways consolidation, just kind of trying to see, how the market is going to be responding to all this stuff going on in the world.